Hello, this is Haiku here for my Historic Pauper Week 4 ladder match. As I've said before, link down below for our Discord to be able to join this ladder. Basically, you play one match a week in the format of the current season, which is right now it's Historic Pauper. And then we're going to be doing 6 weeks total. So there's 3 more weeks, basically, if you join right now at the beginning of the week. So this is the latest version of, let me just say that, yep. This is the latest version of Skyfisher. So I've gone back to playing Hopeless Nightmare, and I've been increasing my bargain cards to be able to sack it to Scribe. And so my thought is, I really like to see this early on to be able to land early Mechanic or Skyfisher. And then later on, the Scry is really valuable for finding my specific one-ups. And so that's why I up the grapples. The other thing is I think more people are playing around Tithing Blades as being a viable edict and having fodder to sack instead of the creature you actually want to get. And so that's why I'm playing more targeted removal. In the board, I am packing the full 4 Tithing Blades to be able to deal with hexproof decks. And then the most recent change is 4 Cast in the Fires and 1 Angelic Purge, which all can exile artifacts because I think bridge decks are a kind of a threat in the deck. And so basically what I've cut down on are my gain life cards, which is basically 3 in the board and Navigator's Compass in the main, plus, Okiba Reckoner Raid, plus all my gain life lands. So we'll see if Ulamog is bringing a deck that will punish me for boarding down on my gain life lands. Hopefully not. And so the reason why I think the exile the bridge lands is important now is I think Affinity got a lot better, and there's like a domain deck now with the rebalance of the Mightstone's animation card, which is now only 3 mana to make a 4/4 indestructible. So I think having that as an exile spell is actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and play first. And I'm playing a lot of lands, and I'm still getting punished. Now this is kind of reasonable. I have 2 Throbins to start the game off. I have so many lands in my deck. Oh, I'd rather mulligan and get a better... Yeah, here we go. And this is Omen. Hopeless Nightmare is going to really hold down the fort. So I can't turn to the mechanic anyways, so I don't think I'm going to rush to play it. So I think I'm going to bottom the swamp. So I'm going to play this. So you always want to land the Throbins as fast as possible. So I always like to have white and black mana up. Okay, so we'll go here, and then this will choose with white. Okay, so he's on a fleeing deck. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear. Pick up Hopeless Nightmare and recast it. So I gotta get some pressure down against him before he's able to land a big Tolarian Terror. So I'll be able to deal with the first one if I draw another land. So hopefully by then I'll be able to draw land. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Well, let me just put a stop just in case. He has 3, so actually he could land a terror right now. Okay, let's go and draw. Sweet. Just more pressure. That's what I need. And a little bit of gain life actually really puts me out of his range of scary cards. So I want this to resolve, so let's just play this first. Play around. Yeah. So this card would have been cool if Essence Scatter was better, but unfortunately, in times of Essence Scatter have really fallen out. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Can I undo? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, could have omened, returned it. Hopefully that doesn't punish me. Okay. It's Omen. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and replay this. Okay. All right. So not punished. Let me get rid of this. I would have had an open mana this turn, but it wouldn't have been enough to Skyfisher. So now I want to be able to bounce Omen, bring back my mechanic, and then on the next mechanic I'll have to decide if he's going to have to remove my creatures, which this is one of the issues with Izzet Control is counterspells are so shit against mechanic and Skyfisher when Omen is involved. Well, he might be able to grind through. I saw him and draw my land. Let's see. So he doesn't have... Okay, now he's got... Wow, I'm putting it on top. Interesting. 7/7. Okay, let's not tap like that. So I think I'll go ahead and look at Hopeless Nightmare right now. Let's start with Omening. Let's go ahead and play it before he untaps. Okay. So now it'll be a real interesting thing if I can race him. I got the lead right now on the race. It just depends if he has more terrors or curves. That's going to really help the race. Yeah, that's going to put it in my favor. All right. So, do I show him the mechanic or the Skyfisher? I think I show him this one. He still might bait out a counter. Okay. Resolve. I don't think he would have countered that if he knew that I had another Skyfisher in hand. But I do have lethal. So I get him down to 6, 5/4, Skyfisher, bounce Nightmare, and finish the game. So let's see if Skyfisher resolves. He's got 2, so it's tapped out. Alright, GG's. I guess he can play a land that gains a life. Oh, he's not even playing the gain life lands. Alright, as long as it doesn't tap me bad, I got the game. And then I can now sight into my relevant cards. Okay, so Tithing Blade, definitely very important. Cast in the Fire, oh, it still has the bug. Angelic Purge, I would consider that one. Relic. Now, just to beat, yeah, I think I want to keep his Treasure Cruises from being as effective, his Mystic Sanctuaries from being as effective, so I think that's reasonable. Now, I didn't see Modern Age. This card is really great against Modern Age, so we'll hold off on that one. Hopeless Nightmare is not the best. Torch Tower, Candy Grapple. So I think I will play the Hopeless Nightmares then, just to get early pressure. And then another Relic. Ooh, Navigator's Compass is definitely not where it's at. Let's get rid of that one. So yeah, so he's gonna almost have to bring in relics to beat my omens, and it's gonna eat his own graveyard, so it's gonna make it hard for his stuff. I'm just thinking about, do I want to proactively bring in A-Dawnbringer Cleric, assuming that he plays Modern Age? I don't think he does. I think I would have at least seen one of them in all of those cards that he had played. Candy Grapple. Yeah. I think this is a reasonable way to build. I'll have to think about if Angelic Purge is where I want to be, or maybe I want to be somewhere else. This is a great hand. I'll have to worry about Tithing Blade getting countered when it comes to it. But yeah, this is great. So, Scoured Barrens, so I can play either my Okiba or Thraben Inspector. Not having the mole on game 2 is clutch. Very, very nice. He went down by 1 so far. Let's see if he goes down by... Oh, he went down by 2. Ooh. And we drew. We're wrecking the raid. Yep. This is not looking good for opponent. Awesome lands though. Alright. So does he have Essence Scatter or Negate? I think either way I go with this one. Oh. That's unfortunate for opponent. Okay. So he can refill his hand with the Treasure Cruise soon. Yeah, I think this is going to shut the door. Unfortunate. Unfortunately, Izzet deck is already going to struggle against Mardu, and having a multi 5 when his early game cards are very important. I guess the real big thing that's keeping him in it is I didn't draw any of the Hopeless Nightmares. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so he can Treasure Cruise. Even without a land drop. Let's see, he just got it to refill. Okay. Tapped out. Definitely slamming this while he's tapped out. Wouldn't blame opponent if there was a concession. He's got to be able to play a threat and counter the Skyfisher. And if he counters my Skyfisher, I can just play another one. Get more pressure on the board. Alright, so he is holding up mana. So, gonna have to play around it. Let's see. Okay. Does this resolve? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, resolve. Red, black. Wow. I'm just drawing the perfect cards here. Feels good. Right. I think I'm out of fling range. Let's see. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an 8/8 fling. Okay. 2 Tithing Blades should clean up this. I think it's going to be 2 Serpents. And that's game. He knows I have 1, in which case I can attack in for 5 and then still get in for the air. So I think he's debating whether he needs to throw 2 removal spells at my guys. I actually think that's a better choice given he knows I have a removal spell. Yeah. GG's. GG's. Unfortunate the game didn't come out too back and forth. But let me go back to the latest. So, yeah. So Tithing Blade obviously is not the best to be cutting in a Serpent matchup, but it was strong enough to pull through. Yeah, being able to board up to the Tithing Blades after boarding, I think is okay. Since in general, the decks that you want Tithing Blade against, you actually have time to find it. But I think the overall strength of this style build of Mardu is the 7 ways to sack Hopeless Nightmare to get the scry. I think that's really key, is being able to scry early on to find your critical pieces in the particular matchup that you're in. And then obviously late game, these aren't the best for their activate ability, but then their scry becomes more relevant late game too. Yeah, so I had to answer. Let's see. And then, I mean, that covers everything. Playing Torch, because it's a great removal spell, but then Candy Grapple has kind of come into its own. I'm actually respecting it a lot. Because the new domain card is a 5 toughness creature, or the newly rebalanced card is a 5 toughness creature, I think this is much better than using Voltage Surge. And then, again, because I'm playing more Hopeless Nightmares now, being able to bargain rather than only sack your Wellspring is very critical. So this will be the deck that I'll play next week. I'll probably make some changes in the meantime. And then you'll be seeing my videos about Slime until I get bored of playing Slimes. I think Slime is going to be pretty strong, so stick around for those fun vids. See ya!